The heart is a machine which pumps, receive blood, clean it up, send it through the pulmonary to the lung, clean it up, bring it to the upper chamber of the heart and pump it out. This continuously goes on. So both the glucose part of our blood and the blood pressure part of our cardiovascular system highly connected to our psychological area of the consciousness. So with this instrument, which is a biomedical instrument, we started reading blood pressure, we started measuring blood pressure in everybody. We normally came out with something called 80 by 120. But then one of the major reason for you to maintain harmony as far as the blood pressure in you is concerned. Welcome to all the viewers. I am your Dr. CKN. We are going to talk a little bit about hypertension today, the so-called blood pressure, which is really bothering us with the present modern day human society. So it looks like innumerable number of us in every part of the world is suffering from hypertension. So you all know what is hypertension, you all know what is blood pressure all about. So blood pressure is one which we are more and more trying to understand, but it is still a puzzle as far as the modern science is concerned, because the entire cardiovascular system of the human body is designed in such a way that it is always amazing for us to know the blood cannot stay in your tubes, it has to keep running. So nearly about 60,000 miles, that is about 96,000 kilometers in length, the blood vessels are spread in our body from arteries to capillaries. The heart is a machine which pumps, receive blood, clean it up, send it through the pulmonary to the lung, clean it up, bring it to the upper chamber of the heart and pump it out. This continuously goes on. The heart which gets formed and start pumping at the end of the 8th week in an embryo turning fetus will never stop. It cannot stop. 24/7 it keeps running till you're born and you're grown and you're lived and till the day you close your eye. The heart will never stop. It goes on and on and on. The pressure part of the blood running in our blood tubes, we are trying it hard to understand with the modern science, but it is a puzzle only. The ancient science are very clearly said, clearly identified. There is a Vayu called Tamaraga Vayu, which functions it, which is not studied in modern science so far. So this is a piece of information for you. Most of us suffer from hypertension in a present day modern society, for which we take pills every day to keep the blood pressure under control. Blood pressure also become reason for a lot of other problems, including strokes and so on, and So his hypertension is a system which is connected to our psychological area. If it is a question, yes. So both the glucose part of our blood and the blood pressure part of our cardiovascular system highly connected to our psychological area of the consciousness, the emotions. Emotional part of the brain varies your blood pressure. And then activities like playing games and exercising vary your blood pressure. Any moving platform vary your blood pressure, either a treadmill or an escalator or a lift will vary your blood pressure. Because man is designed to do any movement on a stationary platform. I wish you will all know about this. So going on a treadmill and walking and escalators in which we are climbing stairs are all one, which are gives the variation to our cardiovascular system as long as we are going to remain in that moving platform. So this is the minor variation. It is not that it is good or it is bad. So there are a lot of biochemical processes, which is also becomes a very important factor in maintaining blood pressure by the human system within itself. It has a huge amount of mechanism which is, comes under the molecular biology. So you have adrenaline, you have renin by the kidney, you have the liver, there are so many things. So expansion of blood tubes, blood vessels, and contracting of the blood vessels are the basic mechanisms of hypertension. So in 1875 to 1879, and there's a lot of conferences went on in London with the hospital authorities, basically doctors. They were finding no reason for many of the critical patients dying. Then they finally landed up saying that we should come out with an instrument to measure the blood pressure of the body. So the active work started in 1885, and then they took 20 years. Many scientists were, contributed towards it. You can go and read all of them in the net. Finally, in the year 1905, the systolic and the diastolic measuring mercury-based machine was found, came into play. So with this instrument, which is a biomedical instrument, we started reading blood pressure. We started measuring blood pressure in everybody. We normally came out with something called 80 by 120 is what is should be the normal numbers for mercury pressure per blood pressure. So as the heart pumps, the blood goes faster. In between two pumping, it slows. So systolic is the slowing one, diastolic is the pumping one. You can go and read all these things. So that's what is 80 by 120, whatever. Then there are a lot of controversies over a span of time. After 1985, they really went on to study what exactly is blood pressure with advanced science at that time. And then they found many reasons for it, but then it was all put under the carpet. So by the time, because of huge amount of medicines have been sold, as a maintenance drug to control blood pressure, they want the, business scenario to go on, which is understandable. After all, it is a business platform. One cannot do anything about it. So there are many theories are now there. Many people believe in many different way of numbers. Some people say 130/80, some people say 140/90 is also normal. Suddenly they came out and said that diastolic can be 100 plus age. For a span of time after that, they said no, it should be 80 by 120 only. Say for example, if you are 50 years of old, your diastolic measurement is 100 plus 50 is 150 is a normal one for you. So some people say systolic should be always 80. Some people say no, it can be up to 90. There are a lot of confusion going around, and lot of types, different types of biomarkers have been measured, and then different types of diabetic medicines have been made, and then different types of diabetes are also categorized, and then resistant diabetes, where no medicine work in a person, still the diabetes cannot be controlled and whatnot. Ancient have studied this in a very different manner, which I have explained it in my videos. You can go and watch them. But then one of the major reason for you to maintain harmony as far as the blood pressure in you is concerned, it's exercise. Half an hour to 40 minutes exercise every day, good amount of ground exercises, will keep you away from this hypertension problem. This is well proven. Those who have this blood pressure problem, who have medicines day in and day out, should think of this and then start executing this exercising part of your life. That is, spend some quality time for your health every day. Can keep you away from hypertension problem, so that you can live a life without any medicines on a daily basis, which is very, very, very important. One, your food and nutrition plays another longer role. I want you to explore good amount of information with respect to your food and nutrition, which is also directly related to your hypertension. Then you have to really analyze yourself, your stress factors and other things, your emotional turbulences, which is also one of the major reasons for your hypertension. And bring in your mental exercises, bring in your mental health, stay away from stress, remain with some kind of a stability as far as your psychological field of your consciousness is concerned. Remain calm, which is very, very important. There is also a remedy which I have explained by the ancient system. What is that you can do at home and get rid of your hypertension medicines and live a normal life. Thank you.